My name's Kylie and this is Wolfie. We have been open for almost 12 months now, and it's really a collaboration of Belinda, myself and Victoria. And I think that we'd all agree that it's been an amazing journey so far. We've had an enormous amount of fun. The learning curve has been phenomenal. I've learnt things that I never thought I would learn about: mechanical balancing of air conditioning, rules about OH&S, rules about what you can buy, how you mark it up, what you can sell. And I think the most interesting part has been trying to understand what the customers want and like, and we've made some funny mistakes along the way, but we're all good friends, so we've had a laugh. So when we first decided to open the store, we really spent a lot of time working with a company in Sydney, Holy Cow, trying to come up with what we wanted the store to be. And we tried to imagine, where we would be in 5 years and the memories that we would create in this store, and put into it a little bit of who both Belinda and I were as well. And Wolfie for us was very much his own entity. We didn't want the S on the end, we didn't want anything possessive about Wolfie. We wanted him to take on a life of his own, to be his own character, which is really what we want to inspire kids to be. Between us, Belinda and I have 8 children, and every single one of them are different. And so we can appreciate that every child needs to grow into themselves and create their own characters and be their own people, and find inspiration sometimes in the clothes that they wear, sometimes in the games that they play. Belinda and I are both fairly new to running a small business, and we really have made mistakes as we've gone. There's been some huge challenges, but we did throw ourselves in at the deep end. So, we were so keen to do the fit out and open the business, and then a lot of the things that we should have done up front came secondary. So, it's been fun, but it's been chaotic. So we opened, we had a huge opening, we had beautiful friends and new customers coming into the store, but we had so much stock that, we didn't even have priced, we didn't have barcoded. It made for a nightmare few months of trying to work out, what we'd sold, what we needed to buy. But we love it. We love everything about the store. We love every day of coming in and putting the open sign on the door and talking to different customers and playing with their kids and seeing their kids grow and grow into their own character with the clothes that they put on. So for us, it's a joy, even with the nightmare that comes when you close the doors and then sit down and go, where does that invoice go? How do I import that stock? Or what do I do with all of it? So initially we were really excited about the store, and it was all about the clothes and the branding and the image and the colours, but as with every business, there's a back end to that business, and we did have to sit down and think about how we would operate and manage our stock. We spent a little bit of time doing some research, and it was particularly important to me that I had visibility of what the shop was doing at any point in time, because 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you love your business, you think about your business, but I have a crazy life that sees me at home with my children, in an IT role, in another office, running around, and wherever I am at any point in time, I needed to be able to look at what the shop was doing, what was the most popular items, what did I owe, what was incoming, all of those sorts of things. So Vend for us was really the best solution that we could find on the market that enabled us to run a point of sale system, run multiple terminals. If we were so busy, we could have 2 or 3 registers running at any one time. We could operate off an iPad if we were, hopefully that busy that we needed to have all of us on deck here in the store. Xero was then a natural accompaniment to that. I was really looking for out-of-the-box integration. Having worked in IT, I didn't want to have any of the issues of trying to configure something to work together, or look at regular updates, or if you update one, then the other one needs to be reintegrated, and those sorts of issues. So from Vend, it really was a no-brainer that we would go down the Xero path. Having never been a lover of accounting, I have to say that the cloud solution has been phenomenal for us, and it actually is easy to use. I never thought that I would love doing accounts, and yet every night I sit there with my glass of wine and I can reconcile our accounts, I can manage our invoices, I can make sure that what we've paid out matches up against the stock that we've received. We also looked at a number of different online solutions, because our ambition is to get Wolfie online and available to a much wider audience than we currently have. And Shopify for us is the natural solution. So we're currently working with Business Boost to make sure that we can get our system put online. Wolfie has become an absolute central part of both Belinda's and my lives, and we are wanting to make it as big and as great and everything that it has the potential to be. We love that we can sit in the car when we're picking up kids and jump on an iPhone and be able to reconcile our accounts or look at our bank feeds. As my good friend Don likes to describe it, it's auto-magical. So we spend a lot of time, working with him. It's awesome having him if we have any issues at all. Sometimes you come up against something that just doesn't match, and no matter which way you look at it, if you turn your iPad upside down or sideways, you still can't work out what it's talking about. Having someone there on the phone that you can call and say, it makes no sense, help me, who is a certified partner and can work with us on that, has been amazing. We really didn't do a lot of the setup that we should have done before we opened the store until after. So there was a lot of retrofitting and a lot of reconciling and sorting out that needed to be done. And we spent a lot of time working with Don on that, and he had a lot of headaches and no doubt a lot of red wine trying to sort through all of the mess that we had created. But today we can actually have a look, and at any point in time I can log on to Vend and see what's my stock on hand, what's the cost of stock that I've got, which sometimes you don't necessarily want to be looking at, what was my margin for the day, all of the things that become so central to growing your business and having that competitive advantage. And if we really do want to take Wolfie to the next level and be more than just a small local store, which is great in itself, and we love the customers and the relationships that we build, but we really do want to see this business grow and become so much more and working across Australia and New Zealand and potentially internationally. And the advantage that we've got with both the right tools in Vend, Xero and potentially Shopify, but also with the right partners in people like Don at Boost, and with Holy Cow, and with Belinda's and my relationship, and we've got beautiful Victoria who's here in the store with us every day. We hope that we've got, and we think we've got the right mix to actually grow our business and become so much more. I think one of the things that all of us, one of the fondest memories all of us have of setting up this business is our absolute enthusiasm and excitement to get the business opened and the doors open and the customers in, was that we had stock beautifully hung on the hangers, we had everything laid out, we had the whole shop designed from day one, but we didn't have everything in the system. We hadn't done all of the necessary data entry. We were frantically trying to get that done at the last minute, but there was just no way we could get it in. But that wasn't going to hold us back. We still had to open, we still had to have our champagne and our party. But unfortunately, things were being sold under the very affectionate name of miscellaneous product, which meant we had no cost of goods included in under the miscellaneous name, which was fabulous from a profit perspective, other than the fact that it was ignoring that there was indeed a cost of goods there. And Don used to ring us up every day and say, you can't sell miscellaneous, you can't claim that on your BAS, you can't account for it, your stock take will be out. And it got to a point where literally everyone in the shop was too scared to put a miscellaneous in, because it was like Don could see us, and suddenly the phone would ring or an email would come through going, you've got 7 miscellaneouses on your dashboard. So even now, a year on, every time one of us puts a miscellaneous product into the system, which you do need to do from time to time, Don, we still have a morbid fear of, oh my God, Don's out there, he's in the cloud, he's watching and he knows. And I'm sure Victoria would agree with me that he has some sort of alarm on his desk that tells him that we're putting miscellaneous products through. But you know what, at the end of the day, that becomes Don's problem, because he does our BAS and he fixes it for us, and we haven't been audited, and that's why we love Don so much.